can you confirm your name, date of birth, and phone number for me, please? Good. Thank you. Do you know why you're here? Has anyone briefed you yet? All new and unregistered vampires must submit themselves to a precursory medical examination. Once you are cleared, we will file a report on the circumstances of your turning. I, as the Vampiric Association counselor on duty, will then answer any questions you might have and provide you with the resources to help you get accustomed to your new afterlife. Should this process overwhelm you, here's a box of tissues. Do you have any questions? Good. Then we'll begin. Please look into the light and follow my finger. Your eye color and pupil reactivity are good. You might have noticed by now that your irises have turned red. Some people choose to wear colored contacts to cover them or claim that the red is the contacts. Should you choose the former, we can fill a form out for you to receive bi-weekly shipments of lenses on us. Excuse me. Your heartbeat and pulse are normal. By that, I mean non-existent. Blood no longer circulates through your body in the way it used to. In addition, your biological need to breathe and eat human food are gone, though the routine of those things may stick around. Breathing, most vampires never stop doing, but eating is neither here nor there. It doesn't offer you any nutrition, and some people find it makes them queasy. Your temperature is about 5 degrees lower than that of a human, which is normal for us. It's recommended that you either not let humans touch you and disregard it as poor circulation when they do. Now, say ah, please. Can you try to drop your fangs for me? That's fine. That's also normal. Lots of new blood have trouble with their baby teeth, especially on their first day. That's why we're here. Try sticking out your tongue. Now, smile. There we go. Excuse me. 2 centimeters. Lucky you. You can close your mouth now, or try at least. The fangs should retract as you relax your jaw, but you should also get used to them being out, to the feeling of the fangs sitting in your mouth. That covers the medical exam, so please feel free to sit back and get comfortable if you can. This next part of the process can be trying, but it's necessary. Now, I need to get from you any and all details about the vampire that turned you. Looks, voice, scent, anything like that. If any of the details are blurry, like you were drugged, enthralled, or both, or you find yourself getting upset, I could call in a counselor or a therapist on duty to sit with you and support you. So we can find them. Non-consensual turning is basically a felony among vampires, and a statement would help us get you justice against whoever did this to you. Why wouldn't you want that? Aha. Really? You asked for this? That's highly unusual. Because the VA doesn't see a lot of turnings, let alone willing or enthusiastic ones. It's not suspicious per se, but maybe a bit hard to believe. Not in the decades I've been doing this job, no. To clarify, you wanted to become a vampire? You're not going to cry or scream or break down. It's fine if you do, but I want to be prepared for that possibility so I can call someone and not have to deal with it myself. You will never feel the sun again. You have to drink human blood, a lot of it, or you'll get sick and die again. Your family and friends will be told that you're dead, and you'll be monitored for years to make sure you don't try and reach out to them. And you're okay with all of that? Alright then, we don't need half of these forms then. Usually I'd take notes for a sketch artist, refer you to a counselor, get a victim statement. Guess that's not necessary when you're not a victim. We can skip that portion of the appointment then. Do you have any questions for me? Anything you want to know. Vampires are, for most of the population anyway, a complete myth. We'd rather you ask whatever you like, even if it sounds stupid, than believe we sparkle in the sunlight. No, we don't. Though that'd be pretty cool. Nope, the eyes stay red no matter what we eat. No magical powers, at least none that I've ever seen. I can safely say that most of what Stephanie Meyer wrote was complete bullshit. You're not the first to ask, though, and you won't be the last. Please. No, sorry, I've just never been asked that. I've never really thought about it, but I guess I'd say, yeah. It is pretty cool being a vampire. About 40 years ago. Older than you'd think. We all are, and you will be too one day. Yes, the super strength is real. Have you tried it already? They always do. It takes some time to develop, as long as 6 months for your muscles to adapt to the change. Thank God for that, or else my office walls and furniture would be broken. Not as much as you'd think. About a pint a day, which will be provided by the VA. There are places to buy more, but there is a cap to how much you can get per month, and you'd have to pay for it out of pocket. No, nothing so mysterious or magical as that. The Vampiric Association is not unlike the human government. You pay your taxes, you benefit from Social Security. We provide you blood, contacts, help you find a job that lets you work only nights, classes to help you adjust, all in exchange for a tax deducted from your paychecks. You could theoretically commit tax evasion, go rogue, off the grid, hunting for blood yourself, but it's not recommended. People like that tend to get caught, and then they get dealt with. I can't imagine you wanted to go through all the trouble of becoming a vampire for it to only last a month. Seems a lot of work to just die twice. All my friends are vampires, yeah. Not necessarily because we flock together or commune for magic, hedonistic rituals, or anything like that. Being nocturnal can just be sort of isolating. It's good to make time to be around other people on our schedule, most of which happen to be other vampires. Can I ask you a question before we continue? Are you having trouble retracting the things, or are you just enjoying them too much to put them away? That's fine, just curious. It's a whole new muscle, literally, for you to learn how to use. We all struggled with them and the resulting lisp. You'll get used to it, just like we all did. Some are easier to adjust to than others. The strength was definitely an issue for me for a couple of months. I broke a lot of remotes before I figured out my grip strength. The drinking blood thing was surprisingly easy for me. Not seeing my parents again, that was hard. Really hard. They died a decade ago, but time feels different when you have so much of it. Thank you. Everyone, at least everyone I've onboarded, has had a hard time, yes. Like I said, you're a highly unusual, albeit fortunate case. Most vampires either get turned as a last resort, deathbed measure, or against their will. I've never met anyone like you who just wanted the bite and asked someone for it. Where did you even go to do that, by the way? Where did you find a vampire to just forgo secrecy and bite you? Reddit. I really shouldn't be surprised. Do you know where they are now, if they're local? Damn. That's fine, I guess. They're not in trouble, per se, no. If they did it without your consent, they'd be a criminal, but biting you with your consent and not filling out the paperwork is more like a misdemeanor than anything, especially since you're here to do it yourself. Yeah, there is a lot more paperwork and bureaucracy to this than people expect. Turns out death and taxes are really, truly unavoidable. Theoretically, you could just go out and start being a vampire, yes. It's recommended you stick around, attend seminars, get connected to a job, and maybe a mentor, but no one's making you. The VA offers mentorship program to new blood like a sponsor or a big sibling, so to speak. Someone to show you the ropes, answer your questions, connect you with other of our kind that you might get along with, and so on. Someone to help you adjust. We have a list of candidates that are willing to be matched. Options the VA have set aside might share an ethnic background or an alma mater, hobbies, anything like that. Me, actually. I'd say this appointment has gone pretty well. No tears, at least, which means we've established a bit of a rapport. Plus, we're the closest in age of the available mentors and are both local to this area. I do it partially because it's my job, partially because it's for a good cause. My mentor was very helpful to me when I turned. I don't think I could have done it without her. She's since moved across the country, but we still make a point to get dinner when she's in town. If you even feel you need a mentor, I'd happily fill that role. Your attitude is refreshing. I would not, but neither would most mentors under our employ. Hunting humans isn't just unnecessary, it's also dangerous and considered sort of tacky or old-fashioned. Definitely dangerous, especially before you've hit your figurative growth spurt. We're fast and strong, but not indestructible, and a gun might not kill you, but it would certainly hurt. Normal human things, honestly, as long as they can be done at night. Concerts, dining out, comedy shows, drinking. We could go to a vampire-owned bar a couple blocks from here. I could buy you your first pint. Brace yourself. It's called the blood bank. I am not, in fact, fucking with you. Just because most of us didn't want to become vampires doesn't mean we can't have a little fun with it. Exactly like how you think it would. Very much infringing on Anne Rice's copyrights if she were still alive to contest them. Surprisingly good cocktails, though. And hiring. How skilled would you say you are at bartending?